God, who after the creation of the world rested from all your works and sanctified a day of rest for all your creatures, grant that we who celebrate this transitional moment in these young persons' lives may rejoice in their resting for a job well done. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Good morning. Please be seated. Welcome, everyone, to our 98th commencement. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, cousins, relatives, godparents, etc. Welcome. As we begin, let's take a few minutes to recognize the faculty and staff of Christchurch School. We're off to a really good start. Every one of these folks wears many hats. Our staff is a true example of devotion to something greater than yourself. It's worth repeating that we are professionals, but we're also a family. It is a really tricky business to be both family and professional, but that is the secret sauce of Christchurch School and what makes this experience so rich. On the porch with me this morning, Dr. Neil Cassee, Associate Headmaster, Dr. Michael Heath, Dean of Students, Mr. Donnie Piles, the Dean of Instruction, Mr. Chip Andre, our Board Chairman, Father Scott Parnell, our Chaplain, and on the organ, our instrumental music faculty, Mr. Michael McNeil. And I'd like to recognize the faculty seated on the right. With 1 year of service, if you'll please stand for recognition. 1 year of service, Nick Smith, Ken Miller, Katie Kreider, Brendan Cole, Wes Charlton. With 2 years of service, Haley Wilbanks, Jackie Wheelock, Betsy Green Schaefer, Sarah McCormick, Luke Lovelady, Kristen Keelan, Dido Heath, Matt Foley, Elsie Delva Smith. 3 years, Danielle Tanner, Eric Smith, Baylor Nelson, Megan McNeil, Billy Burley, Sally Velasco, Jane Allen, Kieran O'Connell, Mark Visor. 4 years, Will Wessinger, Gracie Wessinger, Rebecca Schomburg, Jessica Miller, Andy Angstrom. 5 years, Aaron Alter. 6 years, Mark Parsons, John Dean. 7 years, Shannon Fisher. 8 years, Pete Goodrich, Kelly Goodrich, Kelly Espy, Mike Carey, and Li Ping Du. 9 years, Melissa Taylor, Angela Showalter, Chris Little. 10 years, Sandra Scott. 11 years, Dave Cola, Abigail Cola, Keith Bloom. 12 years, Peter Kemp. 16 years, Matt Schaefer, Molly Brumfeld, Will Smiley, and 27 years, Ed Homer. Thank you all. We also recognize the many members of the staff who serve in supporting roles because they also convey the spirit and character of our campus in their work, and they're essential to this enterprise. Just 2 days ago, one of our students who was signing a letter of intent for college athletics asked for a picture during that ceremony to be taken with 2 members of our buildings and grounds team with whom he had become so close. Just one tiny example of the complex and many relationships that make this place special. So, our buildings and grounds and housekeeping teams, Dennis Gunn, Sue Bennett, Jimmy Bristow, Bo Gunn, Emma Payne, Kimberly West, Deborah Rogers, and Earl Loudon, and they have brought us this beautiful day. And then Our administrative, business, community life, development, publications, health services, counseling, waterfront, sustainability, and admissions teams. Wow, we have a lot going on here. Huntley Gallier, Scott Blankenship, Tina McCurry, Ashley Myers, Robin Schroeder, Connie Jesse, Rebecca Hogg, Carol Conti, Orlita Taylor, Larry Hammer, Jennifer Homer, Kate Crittenden, Rosemary Currow, Eva Abel, Rick Crow, Ray Espy, Teresa Perry, Rebecca Schomburg, Catherine Fletcher, Joan Armstrong, Donald Lacknowitz, Tim Rocher, Don Harris, Eric Faudry, and Claire Ray, and the staff of our Sage Dining Service who provide for us thousands of meals in all of our special occasions and our senior dinners: Selena Stanley, Joan Anderson, Joe Souders, Mary Burton, Chris Cooper, Brian Fry, Nathan Atwood, Amber Collins, Jaffe Velasquez, Kevin Martin. In sum, hundreds and hundreds of years of service to Christchurch School, to our families and our students. I'd also like to thank our Junior Rising Leadership Council for their service this weekend. Thank you for all that you do. And before we turn our attention solely to our students, who are the stars of this show, I would like to recognize one faculty member who is retiring from the profession at this time. He has a lifetime of accomplishment. He came to us just this past year. He has spent a career of 42 years in education, making the world a better place. We are lucky to have had him in his final year of professional work because of his wisdom, his example, his compassionate, caring, professional manner. He was a long-time camp director at the legendary Camp Virginia, and he served the following distinguished schools, and he saved the best for last: Boys Latin, Baltimore; Gilman School, Baltimore; St. Anne's Belfield, Charlottesville; St. Christopher's School, Richmond; the Field School, Crozet; the Collegiate School, Richmond; and Christchurch School, Christchurch. Ken has been in a lot of schools. He served many of them for a long period of time. And then he made other moves because it's his nature to put family first, and he put his family first and would arrange his career around them. So it's great pride and thanksgiving that we recognize Ken Miller for 42 years in secondary education.
One of our nicest traditions is that at commencement we present three of the faculty awards to members of the senior class, the three highest awards. And we're going to begin that this morning with a presentation of the Progress Award. I'd like to ask Ms. Elsie Della Smith, faculty advisor to the recipient, to please come forward.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is exciting. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yes, much better. Thank you. All right, this morning, the Progress Award. The Reverend Robert S. Phipps served Christchurch School from 1984 to 1994. During his tenure as headmaster, Mr. Phipps honored Christchurch School students, graduates, faculty, and family members, fostering and celebrating good character and recognizing the innate value of students who came to Christchurch School not fully understanding their own talents and strengths. He worked with and for the faculty in order to nurture these students to progress to their potential. The Progress Award in honor of Robert S. Phipps is presented by the faculty to that senior who best represents the spirit, dedication, and successful progress valued by our esteemed former headmaster in all areas of the school. Being that this student has been a part of this community longer than I have, I had to ask some of my colleagues about his first few years here. Selfish, know-it-all, arrogant, and a bit grumpy is what some remember about him. Growing pains as a freshman are common, but using those incidents as an opportunity for growth is what this student was able to do. He has been able to embrace Christchurch experience and let his guard down enough to find trusted adults and friends. He has worked hard on and off the playing field to be an ideal scholar-athlete. His selfishness has turned into being selected as a prefect leader on his hall. His know-it-all attitude has led to him participating in thoughtful advisory discussions this year, and his arrogance has turned into confidence. Mrs. Jennifer Homer said it best when she described his growth as the local to global experience that we wish for our students. He came in unable to see past himself, which is local, and through his experiences, he is now able to act compassionately and empathetically with more and more people, and eventually the greater community and world that's global. There are about 232 examples of his maturity and progress, and I'll share them all with you right now. I'm just kidding. There are only 118 examples. You ready? In all seriousness, class of 2019, although I'm 39 years old, even I understand that we should never stop growing. We should never stop progressing. So say it with me. We should never stop growing. We should never stop progressing. Come on, let's go. We should never stop growing. We should never stop progressing. Audience, you ready? We should never stop growing. We should never stop progressing. So, Samuel Connor Gordon, please come.
Thank you. Our second award that's usually presented at commencement is the Chaplain's Award. This year, as many of you know, 5 of our senior sailors are away representing our school at nationals. And so the recipient of the Chaplain's Award is not here this morning, but that is Mariana Guzman Casas. She did receive it earlier this week when she was still on campus. And finally, the Bishop's Award, Mr. Byers.
Christchurch School's highest award is presented to that senior who, in the opinion of the faculty, has best exemplified the Christchurch motto, Virtu Veritas Fortitudo, goodness, honesty, and strength of conviction. This award is presented on the basis of overall citizenship, personal example, and high standards of trustworthiness, scholastic effort, and responsibility. The recipient has earned the respect of both faculty and students and stands within this class as both a peer and a role model. Moreover, the recipient of this award is a student in whom we recognize the potential for high achievement and leadership and the capacity to make a positive and lasting impact in the community and the world. I thank this student's advisor for providing me excellent thoughts about this recipient. The student who is receiving this award is a young man whose thoughtfulness and caring spirit make him an empathetic, strong, and consistent leader. He acknowledges when those around him are uncomfortable or unsure. He goes out of his way to make others feel welcome. He knows how to balance fun and good humor with focus and grit. He sets an example of leadership. This standout athlete has been recognized by his teammates and coaches in every sport he's played. Each award has surprised him because the resilience and tenacity that he models comes to him so naturally. His humility and kindness belie a tenacious spirit of competitiveness. More importantly, this student has taught us that belonging to Christchurch means being kind, having fun, and holding yourself accountable. He truly understands that it is in the small day-to-day interactions that we build and strengthen a community. He practices them every day without any expectation of being recognized for them. But this is an excellence that we are compelled to recognize. He is the friend, brother, teammate, classmate, hall parent, and son that every one of us would want to have, and we cherish him and the example he sets every day. It is my honor to present the Bishop's Award to Iffy S. Good morning, 19. This is the day you launch forth. This is the day Christchurch becomes part of your foundation of what you are becoming and not your day-to-day reality. It's never been our mission to burnish the brand of Christchurch by making you into something you're not. It's always been our mission to bring forth in you the confidence you want, the skills you need, and the values that humankind embraces as necessary for the common good. And in this work we are joined together. This Christchurch is our common bond, this rare and beautiful place. But we are not a bunch of buildings on a beautiful river. We are just you and me, just 300 people, and all who came before and will come after, collection of souls in a beautiful place, gathered by the hand of God to do good things. And we are not perfect. We are human and vulnerable, and we have to help each other. We have to raise up everyone. And to help you look beyond yourself and see your place in the world. You uniquely have something to offer the world and to others. Every single one of you. If there's anything we learn here, we know this, don't we? The good life is not just about us. It is in relationships that we become whole. It is in connections that we find meaning. It's each other. As you know, graduation speakers are charged with giving you something useful to take with you. A kernel of truth, perhaps. In recent years, many thousands of graduation speeches have been delivered with the following message: follow your passion wherever it leads, and you will achieve a life of meaning and purpose. Follow your passion wherever it leads, and you will achieve a life of meaning and purpose. I have news from the front lines of real life. That kernel of truth turned out to be wrong. You heard it first here, loved ones. The Find Your Passion movement is over. The new movement is this: get yourself in gear and do something, and your passion will find you. Yep, stop wondering what your passion is and start doing things. Doing things, and your passion will emerge. Every day will not represent the furthering of your passion. Some days just won't lift you up. Some days are hard. Recently, one of our alums said to me, my whole 10th grade year was one long bad day. But he learned and he grew. He learned that every life has a purpose, And every dream needs an owner who will not let it go. He said to me, so you pay your dues, you give your all, you hope, you work, you make yourself better, and you look forward. That's good advice. There are times in life when you have to do what it takes to pay the rent and the car payment. And there are times in life when we're lucky enough to feel like we're doing something that doesn't feel like work. Rather, it feels like what we were meant to be doing. So work hard to get to that place where you say to yourself, this is what I was meant to do. You 19, you are the clever and the kind, the exuberant and the thoughtful. You are the artists and engineers, the athletes, the scientists, the readers and writers, tinkerers, leaders, and you are all of these things. You're not just one thing. You're all of these. Recently, Ms. Heath sent me an article by someone who observes the college admission process very closely. The writer urged us to stop thinking in terms about the competition of life for college and lots of other things, and instead realize this important thought. The race of life that each one of us is running has really only one competitor, you. So run your best race, shape your own life, and seek the moment when you know that you are doing what you were meant to do. You have been so much a part of our family. You live it every day, and you will always be one of us. You have given us moments and wisdom and memories that will last forever. Nick Thompson, you learn from others, you find mentors, you set yourself up to succeed, and we became the leader we knew you should be. Your strong voice took us to new heights. You are the boisterous captain of all you survey. Sebastian McGill told us, don't stress over what you cannot change, accept what comes peaceably. Work hard on what you can change, and stay cool and stay strong. Jordan Puckett told us, I'm argumentative because I want to learn from others. I want to talk things through. I'm a woman of the world and a home girl all in one. Connor Gordon, lightning hot, smooth character, lots of pride, Senegal veteran, football championship. Connor, take out those earphones and hear the world say nice things about you. And soar like an eagle. Bill Robinson, Mr. Personality, our AJC superstar. Off to Longwood in life, accomplishment, energy, and meaning. Phil, you're a connector. Keep connecting. It's your gift. Olivier Chambuchot, lanky, charming, beloved basketballer, and everybody's best friend. He told us, find your game and find your happiness. And you brought so much happiness to so many of us with your sweet self. Flannery Pope, born to make music. Flan, you speak through music while others speak through words, and your language is universal. Daniela Bond, our Yukon-bound Senegal traveler, a bright light in our chapel, in our village, faithful, committed to ours and other villages. You are an uplifting gatherer of friends. Hannah Duke, with your sister, world traveler to India so many times, you put it all on the floor in volleyball, mostly your whole body, on the floor. A Wofford-bound cool kid with a twinkle in her eye, and the best sister Blair could hope for. Casper Chen, an outgoing presence, a life presence, and on the stage too. Your spirit is infectious. You're a gentleman who has given us 4 years of ebullience. And you told us the true tales of the freshman year at long last. Pete Coburn, our everyman, smooth and kind and grateful, to whom we are all family. At his senior dinner, he said, boarding school is like having a sleepover with your best friends every night, which is our new marketing tagline. Jarrett Marks, on stage, on teams, loyal, family-oriented, thoughtful. You are the family member we would always want at our side, and you are the kind of family member who will always be there. Tommy Owens, deceptively charming, deliciously cool, a scene-stealing stage presence, brilliant comic actor, and musician. And our sailors, 5 of whom are not with us because they're competing for the national championship. So proud of them. Benton Amthor, the Syracuse Orange fan, also a heck of a basketball player, agile, passionate. I told him that Jim Boeheim would be lucky to get him at Syracuse, but he's going to SUNY Maritime to sail like a champion. Boyd Bragg, truly a student athlete in every sense, an unflappable and unflinching champion. Dartmouth bound, Boyd is the kind of person whose actions speak so loudly that no words are necessary. Duke Cowart, with his big, adventurous personality, he was all in from day one. So glad he transferred to CCS. He's off to Hobart to make boats go fast. Carson Roselle, serious, deep, a champion sailor, but also an old soul who thinks about life and meaning and purpose. A creative writer and a fine actor. He's a Renaissance man. And Mariana Guzman Casas, loyal, tough, faithful Mariana, more demanding on herself than anyone, her personal ethics, her pride in her country, her love of family. They distinguish her as a champion, not just in sailing, but in life. Sophie Scott, Madam President, I think you surprised yourself, superstar. Artist, stage creator, she led us by her stellar example of constancy and spirit. She is the one most likely to return to the CCS faculty. Katie Villanueva, she's a diva, she's an overachiever. She brings a dynamic Southern girl passion. And what an accent she brings to the stage. She is the passionate lover of family and life, always excelling. Chen Shan, another stage presence, a thespian who is game for anything, an academic who has big dreams at UC. Chen, you're our star. Yingyi Zhu. Yingyi is home in China, far away. Her 4 years as a hardworking academic have taken her to Parsons, where she will become the next Chinese fashion design star. Colin Zubarik, our snowboarding boy, and a legacy which we love. Astute, insightful, funny, politically savvy. Take that savvy and make the world better, Colin. McKinley Howard, fit right in. She appreciated this experience, joined the Unity Council, racing to adulthood, but take it slow, McKinley, and treasure every moment. Mai Han Chen, another great stage presence. And I must say, anyone who takes to the stage in their second language is a star in my book. She's a love, this modest, grateful, and cheerful. She told us when she was about to transfer to another school in her sophomore year that she lay awake at night thinking of everything she would miss at Christchurch and concluded she couldn't transfer at all because she was a child of CCS. Long Pham, tough, smart, independent, Gettysburg bound. When Long had painful surgery for a sports injury, he told us the pain was nothing. It was worth it for the injury, for the memories, for the memories that would last a lifetime. Jackson Chilton, in his senior speech, he said, "To me, it seems boring to live in a world where you simply shut up, listen up, stand up, and catch up. It's just too easy to be average." And then there was another Jackson entirely, singing on stage in the Rappahannock Radio Hour. Ryan Richardson, all-around athlete, golf star, legacy. Ryan, you are the young man your father is proud of. Be well, be yourself, and know that CCS is always here for you. McLean Thomas, another India veteran, standout in soccer, swimming, and golf. The last of this generation of the wonderful Thomas clan, Ye Thomases. McLean, you have distinguished yourself. Carry on at Wofford. Belle Cow, energetic, boisterous, lives life to the fullest. She's always game for some game or some fun, and she will own Boston. Logan May, outstanding leadership in river and outdoor, a baseball journeyman, a steady hand in all things, and a quiet listener. Off to Tech, go Hokies. Jason Sun, suave, smiling, best dressed, cool and distinguished, a singer, sort of like a Frank Sinatra. Off to Rochester. Jessica Wu, strong and stylish, sophisticated and stubborn, my gracious Beijing host. Jessica sets her own course every day. Ife Ezi, our Bishop's Awards winner, first among equals, humble, a leader, the consummate brother, friend, and peer. Amelia Brown, I'm so glad you made your peace with being a boarder. I think it was good for you and for us. She's quick-witted and sarcastic. She's a talented artist. She's a child of our campus, who, to our joy, returned. Matthew Lilly, clever, bright, independent, funny, and sweet, Matthew. You will figure it all out, but I suspect maybe you have already figured it all out. Egajan Tezkan, our most hardworking, sincere, and grateful child. Truly, this is your family too. The consummate volunteer and a son of CCS. Xiaoyang Zhang, sociable, optimistic, community-minded, always a ray of sunshine and Boston bound. Hunter Collier, hardworking, serious, sincere, and honest, off to apprentice in baseball and great ventures. May Balco, sweet, persistent, but don't let that fool you. She has a mind of her own. May you fit right in all at once. Go Hokie. Kim On-hyun, a biochemist in the making, hardworking, always finds a way to shine on stage and in life. And yes, Kim On, we want your little brother right here, 4 years. Blair Posick, from Christchurch Seahorse to Salisbury University Seagull. Neither one of those is a very intimidating mascot, is it? But Blair is a pretty intimidating volleyball player. She's always moving in the right direction. She's the last of the great, great Posick tribe. Thank you, Posicks. A star in every way, going places. Elise Ilmas, a unique, proud woman of the world. Polyglot, she speaks 5 languages. This tiny dynamo is an engineer in the making. She's a STEM woman off to UNC to study cybersecurity. Elias Gruner came for a visit, stayed and made a home here. From soccer to Cantorian, Elias, you wrung it out. You made your dream of graduating from Christchurch come true. Thank you, Wolfson family, for making that happen. Lucas Masiello, lively, talkative, always excited about life. A sailor, musician, and a community organizer, an all-star, will be sailing at St. Mary's. Eliza Carr Schmidt. Eliza Carr arrived with high expectations, and she starred every step of the way. Yet still waters run deep, and Eliza Carr has just begun to shine. All the best at UVA. Renwei Yu, a serious guy, a diligent endurance runner, academic and curious, off to Boston. Ugo Ezi, true blue, faithful brother, faithful friend, never off course, true to the work, true to the cause. Kobe Day. Kobe, you are a prince among us, at least. He is grateful and loving, and in every way a seahorse. Helen Mercan, this international woman is wise, agile, friendly, sophisticated, a student athlete who's off to Amsterdam for college. Amanda Hirsch, what do you do if your first year is your senior year? You do what Amanda did, you jump right in, literally. Choir, soccer, friends, you've done it all, Seahorse. Gabriella de Bruyne Belsol, an electric first year. Most valuable swimmer, set lots of records. She is passionate and gracious in all things. Rashad Rigby, cool, smooth, our Bahamian builder. He's hardworking, but he's still chill. He's our go-to guy for a smile. Tim McDonald, quick in the net, quick with a smile, quick to do the right thing. Goals are your thing, Tim. Aim high. Victoria Lee, always in pursuit of excellence, serene, talented. Victoria is invisibly industrious and always gets it done to perfection. Alice Johnson, selfless, kind, generous, friend and volunteer. Alice is always there for others. Her lovely manners, her gift for unifying people will take her a long way. And so we come to the moment. It has arrived. We celebrate you and we love you. You are never far from our hearts and our thoughts. Godspeed, 19.
Class of 2019, if you would please come forward when I call your name. Danielle Jawa Avan. May Kathleen Balco. Amelia Davis Brown. Jung-hee Chen. Peter Christian Coburn. Hunter Lucas Collier. Colin Edward Zubarek. Gabriela de Bruin Bissol. Wabena Amode. Iffy Anthony Eze. Ugo Joshua Eze. Samuel Connor Gordon. Elias Franciscus Brunner. Amanda Mary Hirsch. An Kim Hunt. Matthew Ike Lilly. Jarrett Langford Marks. Lucas Kaufman Masiela. Logan River May. Timothy Daniel McDonald. Sebastian Vidal McGill Jr. Haley Marchand. Thomas Wright Owens. Blair Elizabeth Posse. Long V. Pham. Robert Flannery Pope. Jordan Rebecca Puckett. Ryan Naylor Richardson. Rashad Reno Rigby. Philip Anthony Robinson. Jingshuan Sun.
That's my son.
Hegajan Tejtan. Nicholas Philip Burns Thompson. Jingxi Wu. Xiaoyang Zhang. Receiving her diploma with honors, Haihan Chen. Receiving his diploma with honors, Jackson Sean Chilton. Receiving her diploma with honors, Hannah Grace Duke. Receiving her diploma with honors, Sarah McKinley Howard. Receiving her diploma with honors, Alice Day Johnson. Receiving her diploma with honors, Seunwei Lee. Receiving her diploma with honors, Eliza Carr Schmidt. Receiving her diploma with honors, Sophie Michaela Scott. Receiving his diploma with honors, Olivier Chaunger. Receiving his diploma with honors, McLean Lewis Thomas. Receiving her diploma with honors, Chen Shan. Receiving her diploma with honors, Belize Ilan. Receiving his diploma with honors, Renwei Yu. Receiving her diploma with honors, the valedictorian of the class of 2019, Katie Jane Villanueva.
Good morning. Everyone, underclassmen, family, teachers in class of 2019, please look to your left and to your right. Does anyone see Celeste's AirPods? They're missing again. And now for my speech. It's finally here. The day we graduate, the day we part ways, the day we begin a new chapter of our lives, and of course, the day we need to start scheduling our own doctor's appointments. This time in our lives lives is bittersweet. We are taking different paths than our friends, but we get to make new ones. We are parting from our teachers, but they have equipped us for what is coming next. We have endured our catfish nights, but we have had our nugget nights. We are leaving our lovely school community just left of nowhere and right beside the river, but we are going to keep pieces of Christchurch with us wherever we go. I'm going to pause now for a few seconds and just enjoy this moment. In about 5 minutes from now, no one will remember this. No one will remember my speech except my dad. Or the bug bites they get while listening to it. No one will remember the sunburn that comes with enjoying Headmaster's Hill for too long. Or the already dissipating stress of final projects and exams. What we will remember is far more important. We will remember our anticipation of what lies ahead, nervous and eager, but ready. We will remember how supportive and caring our friends have been and move forward as compassionate individuals. We will remember not to skip the preliminary research phase and how to name the states of Spain in under 30 seconds, hopefully. We will remember how our teachers and advisors have connected with us to help us grow as learners and as people so that we may make the world a better place. We will remember our families, the reason we've been able to be a part of this nourishing community. Thank you, Dad, for believing in me since I was very little. You have taught me to work my best in everything I do and to believe in myself. Thank you, Mom, for supporting my goals, large and small, and teaching me kindness and strength. Thank you, Nanny and Grandpa, for teaching me elegance and providing me this education. And of course, Hunter, my brother, my role model, and my former chauffeur. Thank you for having my back and toting me back and forth to school 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for 3 years. Class of 2019, be kind, be funny, be thoughtful, be gracious, be engaged, be on the lookout for Celeste's AirPods. Remember the important things and carry them high as you charge into your fresh start. We are a group of talented, brilliant, creative, and devoted people. We are a force to be reckoned with. We are the class of 2019. Thank you.
Hear the words of St. Peter. Have unity of spirit, sympathy, love for one another, a tender heart and a humble mind. Do not repay evil for evil or abuse for abuse, but on the contrary, repay with a blessing. And so, my brothers and sisters, go forth into the world in peace. Be of good courage. Hold fast to that which is good, and render to no one evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the afflicted. Honor all persons. Love and serve the Lord. The blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be amongst you and remain with you always. Amen.